They say rumors spread like wildfires, and ever since Bubba Watson announced he'd be taking some time off to undergo surgery for a knee injury, speculations became rife that he was well on his way to quitting the PGA Tour. And when pundits put two and two together, it became more than a rumor. In July this year, the speculations were finally confirmed as Watson dropped some major news on the golf industry, that he'd be joining the Saudi-backed circuit. But unlike his colleagues who outrightly stated that they joined for lesser playing times or the cash, the 44-year-old gave a distinct reason. Stick around to find out the details. Who is Bubba Watson? Jerry Lester Bubba Watson Jr. is one of a few left-handed American professional golfers. Bubba, who now plays on the LIV Tour with victories at the 2012 and 2014 Masters Tournament. Watson reached a career-high second place in February 2015 in the official World Golf Ranking. In addition to his victories, Bubba has consistently been among the longest drivers. He can hit a ball over 350 yards and up to 194 miles per hour. During the 2006, 2007, 2008, 2012, and 2014 seasons, he finished top of the driving distance statistics 5 times. He also had an average drive of 315.2 yards in 2007. However, fans haven't seen much of Watson this year. Early on, he played at the PGA Championship, where he performed quite well with a T30 finish. At the time, his performance saw him climb to 69th on the official World Golf Rankings. Watson would later drop a bombshell that somehow coincided with his drop in the world rankings to 131st. Watson revealed that he had a torn meniscus and would be away from the game for at least 4 to 6 weeks. But this didn't stop him from congratulating the winner of the championship. Bubba congratulates Thomas. The 2022 PGA Championship ended in victory for 29-year-old Justin Thomas. Even though he had gone through an exhausting playoff to win it, this year's edition was the second time Thomas had conquered the title. Bubba shot a 63 in the second round of the championship to tie one of the lowest scores in the history of the men's major championship. But this didn't stop him from congratulating the winner. 3 days later, he took to Twitter to congratulate his colleague while stating that things just didn't go as planned. But that's Watson for you, always putting up the spirit of sportsmanship. In the same message, he revealed that he'd be pulling out of the Charles Schwab Challenge due to his knee issues. Watson actually underwent meniscus preservation surgery on his knee, so he needed ample time to heal and make a comeback. But he didn't immediately state the tour he'd play on, so everyone actually kept their cool. In late July, the two-time Masters champion was announced as the LIV Golf Series' latest defector. This didn't come as a complete shock to the golf community, because rumors were already making the rounds that the 44-year-old had been in talks with the Saudi-backed series. It may or may not have been true, but deals are not closed within a day. So there's every possibility that even before he suffered the knee injury, plans were already in place to switch to the breakaway tour. LIV announced that Bubba would be present at his Invitational in Boston, held in September, as an off-course captain while he recovers from a knee injury. Watson confirms exit from the PGA Tour. While officially confirming entry into LIV, Bubba hailed the new Rebel League, saying he couldn't wait to see how it pans out. He said, "I'm super excited to announce that I've joined LIV Golf. Although my meniscus rehab continues, I hope to be fully recovered and playing before the start of the 2023 season." Watson continued, "In the meantime, I'm working on plans for my team, and that includes a new name, logo, and other things to share when we kick things off next season." According to reports, the multiple major champion received more than $50 million to join the breakaway tour. LIV Golf CEO Greg Norman was very keen to get Bubba Watson involved in the lucrative tour. Norman commended Watson for joining the series, saying he's a risk-taker and his qualities as a pro golfer would complement the brand. Norman said Watson is a fantastic addition to LIV Golf and another major champion joining the growing list of LIV stars. We're eager for him to join the team to bring new audiences and energy to this league. While sharing his thoughts on why he did join LIV on the tour's live stream, he revealed that his wife loved it, and after they prayed about it, he made up his mind. In case you don't know, Watson grew up in a Christian home and still sticks to the core values of Christianity. So he pretty much prays before making any big step. "My wife loved it," Bubba said, "and we came to a decision, so here we are." Watson's response ruffles feathers. However, as expected, his joining the upstart circuit was met with heavy criticism for taking a mouth-watering amount from the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund. In response, Watson dropped a bombshell when he told ESPN that Norman-led LIV isn't the first golf league to offer him guaranteed money. It sounds funny because on the PGA Tour, I was paid behind closed doors to feature tournaments, many tournaments, Watson said. And if Watson's not the best, that means the best were paid better than I was. And so it's guaranteed money. I still make money whether I miss or I make the cut, but I make extra money when I make it. ESPN later reported that the PGA Tour responded by sending them a memo claiming it prohibits the payment of appearances or guaranteed money to golfers as an inducement to feature in a particular tournament. ESPN also stated that the Tour says it's aware that some tournament sponsors may strike a deal with a player to perform a sponsor-related activity in the course of a tournament week, for which they are entitled to nominal compensation. And under their guidelines, that action is permissible. That's the PGA trying to protect its reputation. But what Watson said seems to have ruffled feathers. Lose, win, quit, whatever the situation might be, you still get the money. We've all done that. We've all played for guaranteed money. But we just don't want to talk about it on tour. Talking about being paid guaranteed money, is the PGA being fishy, or is Bubba Watson trying to save his reputation? Whichever way, he's already on LIV's payroll, and being on LIV's payroll has you living the life people can only wish for. Speaking of the LIV Tour, you need to see who joins the Breakaway Tour next, so click this video on your screen right now. We'll catch you in the next one.